So now let's start to learn about programming. We need to know how a programmer thinks. Programmers have to develop, I think, a different type of thinking. This type of thinking combines some of the best features of mathematics, engineering, as well as science. When you dive deep into the programming world, you're going to notice that your perspective shifts. You denote ideas like a mathematician, design things and build systems like engineers, observe and understand complex systems like scientists, and you're going to love it. So a program is a sequence of instructions. These instructions specify how to perform computations. In general, every program seems to have a few basic instructions. Takes input from a keyboard, file, or some other source. Shows input on the screen or sends data to a file or some other device. Performs some basic mathematical operations such as addition or multiplication. Checks for conditions and executes statements according to decision. And then repeats performing some of the actions. Almost every program has these general instructions. Now, they may change in details, but generally that's about it. So yeah, take it away. We are now ready to write our first program. So let's go ahead and open up Aptana Studio or your favorite development editor. So we'll need to create a new project. So you right-click on the Project Explorer and create a Ruby project. You can do it also from the File menu. Let's just name this First Project. Then create a new file. File name is first_program, and file extension is RB because Ruby scripts have the RB file extension, correct? So now we're ready to write our first program. But what's our first program going to be? Yes, you guessed right. If you know anything about the history of computing, Hello World will be our first program. People use the Hello World phrase in their first program. So, how do we do that? We will use the puts function to display results. So let's write the code. Puts, open quotes, hello world, close quotes. Yeah, that's all. So let's run it. Now to run it, just right-click on the file and click Run as a Ruby application. And it shows the results on the console window. Now, there are several ways to print out values in Ruby. First, we can use the print function. Print hello world. We can run the program using the above buttons. Just click on the green Run button, and it shows some run configurations. So click on First Program, and it shows a result. Now, the difference between the put and the print functions basically is that the puts function adds a new line character at the end of the printed value, while the print doesn't add anything. Remember that. Now, there is another way to print out the values. We can use the p function. P, hello world. And click Run, and it shows the results. The p function shows values in quotes. So, for example, in a string representation. And as you notice that the p statement showed the value on the same line with the print statement because print did not add a new line. Okay, so it's a simple program and it just prints hello world. What else can we do, you say? We can run our program on the command line. So open up your terminal, Ruby, and the next input will be our first program. Now, we've used default settings for the workspace, and that's of course located in the Documents folder. So the file name is documents/Aptana Studio Workspace slash first project slash first_program.rb and enter. And then it shows the print statements. So we can run our Ruby scripts just like that. Why don't we have a look at the Ruby help output? Ruby --help, and that shows all the available command options for executing the script. Now we can run these statements on an interactive Ruby shell, or IRB. IRB stands for Interactive Ruby, and it's a tool to interactively execute Ruby expressions read from the standard input. So let's have a look at that. Open your terminal, type IRB, starts the interpreter, puts hello world, and shows the result with a new line. So print hello world, and it shows the result without a new line. P hello world shows and returns a result.